Hey guys, if you didn't watch The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2 live with me, I still have that video up. You can sync up the timer, hit play on Disney Plus the same time I hit play and watch it along with me. But I am going to give you a quick recap and review. There will be spoilers in this, so just prepare. If you have not watched the episode yet, there will be spoilers, but there's not as much to talk about from this episode as there was the premiere episode, which was to be expected. We have 6 episodes left after this, and I can't wait to see what else we see, but let's get into it. I'm going to talk about The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2, The Passenger. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay. So I'm not going to lie. When I first saw this was called The Passenger, my brain immediately went to that trailer where we saw Sasha Banks' character with the cloak and on the boat. And I was like, yeah, we're going to get that. It's not what happened. That wasn't what this one was. But it was still a really good episode. Very clearly a filler episode, but I'm cool with that. I mean, with only 8 episodes, you know, they're going to have some like that, but I can't imagine many more like that. So at the very beginning, you know, we see Mando and Baby Yoda leaving. It basically picks up right where it left off. They're on Tatooine and they're going on the sand. They've got Boba's armor with them, and they get trapped by these people. Trap! It's a trap! Listen, it's a trap! I'm sorry. Whenever I say trap, I have to say that. I think it's a law. Anyways, they get trapped. So hard to not do it. They get trapped by a group of like raiders. I mean, they're not Tusken Raiders. They're just, I don't know who they are. Maybe they're working for Moff Gideon. Who knows? I don't think so. But I mean, they tried to take the child and there was one left and he traded the child for the jetpack, for Mando's jetpack. He had the child with a knife to his throat, which was the saddest thing ever. Poor little Baby Yoda child. And Mando successfully traded the jetpack with him, which is what kind of made me think maybe he's not working for Moff Gideon, because wouldn't Moff Gideon be kind of pissed that he traded the child for a jetpack? I don't know, but since he was the only one left, maybe he was scared. We don't really know who these guys were working for, but they were after the child. They literally said, grab the child. So there's that. Now, the guy, the alien, he takes off on the jetpack, shoots up in the air, and then falls and dies. So, and then the jetpack goes back to Mando. So, you know, that's what happened there. However, in this, he did lose his speeder, so now he's having to walk through the desert. So Mando and the child eventually make it back to Peli, and she is in the middle of a gambling card game, and she says, you found a Mandalorian and you killed him, because he's holding Boba's armor, and he's like, he wasn't a Mandalorian, and I got his armor from him in a trade. Well, what'd you have to do? I just had to kill the crate dragon, no big deal. She's like, oh, is that all? Moving on, right? So he's saying, you know, he needs to find another Mandalorian. Well, lucky for him, the person that she is playing in cards, not the person, the Dr. Mandible was his name. He's an alien. He said, hey, I know somebody. And so they wager. Mando's going to pay if he loses his bet and he'll give him the information, whatever. So he's going to get this information. However, he has one thing he has to do first. There is a passenger he has to take. And this is a frog woman. She's super cool looking. She's got a lot of great details. She's got these things that like pulse on her head. She's really super cool. Has to take her to a planet. She has some eggs and she needs them fertilized by her husband, who is over on this planet. It would be the last of her line. It is very, very important. So Mando doesn't want to do it, but eventually he's like, I guess I got to do it. I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it. He goes over there. We see some X-Wings, which is super cool because they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, maybe you're wanted. Like, they're trying to figure it out. Mando ends up running from him. He crashes. This is basically Hoth. I mean, it is an ice planet. It is crazy. He crashes a bunch. The Razor Crest is all torn up. And then he falls through the ice, which is even worse. And meanwhile, Baby Yoda is back there eating all these ladies' eggs, which is awful. And he's getting yelled at, don't eat them. But every time he's sitting there just bloop, 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 and every time he eats them, he burps, and it's the cutest, most adorable thing ever. And of course, Mando cannot understand this frog lady. He had Peli earlier to translate for him, but that's not the case now, and he's basically saying, like, the deal's off. I can't, listen, the Razor Crest is messed up. I've got to fix it, and it's frozen here. It's going to get even colder at night. We can't. Sorry. And then all of a sudden, she takes a droid, the killer droid from last season, and she messes with it so that she can use it as a translator. And she's saying, like, listen, this is what we got to do. I thought she had this great line. What was it? She's like, I thought Mandalorians were supposed to, honor their word because he said the deal's off. Or is that just tales for children? And he was just like, oh, great. Now you made me feel like crap. So sure. All right, fine. I'll do it for you. So he goes outside and he starts to fix the ship. Baby Yoda's coming over going, hey, yo, but he's just cooing. Me. That sounded more like Beaker. But anyways, so he's going, he gets his attention and he realizes that the frog lady, she's gone. But lucky for him, his helmet can show her steps. They follow him. She's gone to this hot spring. She's in there with her babies, her eggs floating around. She's naked. And and it must have been very awkward for him when he first walked in there. And so he's like, come on, we got to go. It's getting dark. We got to leave. You can't just wander away. And he's picking up the eggs and he's putting them in her little egg carrier. And then Baby Yoda wanders off and is like, look, more eggs. And he sticks his hands in, pulls out this like spider thing and eats it. And that doesn't make them very happy because they all run after him. No, there's giant ones. Listen, if you don't watch anything else, cut to that time in my reaction and you will see me literally terrified. I'm probably going to have nightmares. There's all these spiders running after him, all different sizes. There's like little ones, there's medium ones, there's like a giant one, and they're mouth things. It wasn't cool. They're running away from them. They're doing everything they can to get rid of them. They finally get on the ship and they're trying to get out. And they're going everywhere and they're shooting webs at them and it was so gross and disgusting. And as they're about to take off, the X-Wing pilots, the giant one stops them basically, right? And they're going to be screwed. Like, they're done. It's popping its arms, legs, whatever, through the Razor Crest. And the X-Wing pilots show up, kill all the little ones. And they say, like, hey, we heard you did some good, even though you did some bad. And he's like, well, how about, all right, like, maybe you can help me do this and that. And they're like, nah, how about we just don't vaporize you next time we see you? Like, go. And he's like, all right. So he fixes up the Razor Crest and they leave. And that's it. That was the episode. And then Baby Yoda eats another egg at the end because, he likes to live on the edge. That poor lady, who knows how many eggs she has left. Hopefully she can get them all fertilized and continue her line. I'm sure, he ends up getting her to where she needs to go. And we just aren't going to see that in the future. This was very much, like I said, a filler episode, but it was still great. And there were some awesome fight scenes. At the beginning, it was fun with those raiders or whoever they were. I still think they might be working for Moff Gideon, but we'll see. And those spider things it was a cool fight, but they will give me nightmares and I don't like them. And I hope I never see those creatures again because I was not a fan of them. And that's it. That's what happened in The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2. I loved it. It was, like I said, not as much happened in the first one, of course. But yeah, what do you guys think about it? Let me know down below. Basically, all I'm going to say is those things are going to give me nightmares for the rest of my life. And thanks a lot, Star Wars, why you do me this, because that's what I feel about this. But adorable Baby Yoda eating the eggs and burping was super cute and probably one of the best parts of the episode as well. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. And yeah, I think the next one's going to have to be a pretty good episode. Since this was a filler one, I think they're going to step it up with the next one. So I can't wait till next week. And don't forget, every Friday morning around 9:15 a.m. I will be doing the live watch parties. So make sure you join me for those. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll see you next week when it comes to Mandalorian. And I'm sure I'll have another video for you later.